The notion that Jesus wants us to be wealthy may seem like a contradictory idea, especially given the traditional Christian emphasis on humility, simplicity, and self-denial. However, a closer examination of biblical teachings reveals that wealth, when properly viewed and utilized, can be a powerful tool for advancing God's kingdom and living a life of purpose and abundance. In the book of Genesis, we see that God created humanity to live in a state of abundance and prosperity. The Garden of Eden was a paradise of plenty, where every need was met and every desire was fulfilled. This original intention of God for humanity's prosperity was not erased by the fall, but rather, it was distorted and corrupted by sin. Jesus' mission was to restore humanity to its original purpose and intent, which includes living a life of abundance and wealth. Throughout the New Testament, Jesus teaches about the importance of stewardship and wise financial management. In the parable of the talents, Jesus commends the servants who invested their master's resources wisely and generated a return, while condemning the servant who buried his talent and failed to produce any proof. This parable shows that Jesus values initiative, hard work, and responsible stewardship, all of which are essential qualities for building wealth. Moreover, Jesus' teachings on wealth are often misinterpreted as being anti-wealth or anti-prosperity. However, a closer reading of the scriptures reveals that Jesus is not opposed to wealth per se, but rather to the love of money and the idolatry that often accompanied it. In the book of Matthew, Jesus says, "You cannot serve both God and money," emphasizing that our primary allegiance should be to God, not to wealth or material possessions. In fact, Jesus wants us to be wealthy so that we can be a blessing to others. The book of Deuteronomy says, "You will be blessed, and you will be a blessing." This principle is reiterated in the New Testament, where Jesus teaches that we are to be channels of God's blessings to others. Wealth, when used properly, can be a powerful tool for spreading the gospel, feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, and caring for the marginalized. Furthermore, wealth can provide us with the freedom and resources to pursue our passions and live a life of purpose. When we are financially secure, we are able to take risks, invest in our dreams, and pursue our God-given callings. This, in turn, can lead to a life of fulfillment, joy, and satisfaction, which is exactly what Jesus wants for us. As Jesus said, "I have come that they may have life, and have it to the full." It's also important to note that Jesus' teachings on wealth are not just about individual prosperity, but also about community prosperity. In the book of Acts, we see the early Christian community sharing their resources and living in a state of communal prosperity. This model of community wealth is not based on selfishness or individualism, but rather on mutual support, cooperation, and a shared commitment to advancing God's kingdom. In conclusion, Jesus wants us to be wealthy, but not for the reasons we might think. He wants us to be wealthy so that we can live a life of purpose, abundance, and freedom, and so that we can be a blessing to others. He wants us to use our wealth to advance His kingdom, to spread the gospel, and to care for the marginalized. By embracing a biblical view of wealth, we can break free from the misconceptions and misconstructions that have led us to believe that wealth is somehow antithetical to Christianity. Instead, we can see that wealth, when properly viewed and utilized, can be a powerful tool for living a life that honors God and reflects His original intention for humanity.